Dear compatriots, we have a daily briefing from the President's office. Operational situation on the fronts. Now the whole country is relatively calm. In addition, our Ukrainian troops again took the city of Volnovakha by a powerful counterattack. From the northwestern outskirts of Kiev, opponents try to advance in front of certain groups, as in Kharkiv. But our aircraft, artillery, territorial defense and mechanized brigade came under fire. Part of the enemy's army was defeated. The other part advanced to the north and occupied a defensive position 15, 20 and 40 kilometers from Kiev, so that our artillery would not hit there. This means that they have retreated into a tactical retreat, at least in some areas, which cannot but please us. In general, the general situation, in my personal opinion, shows that opponents are tired. Both the last efforts and the last combat-ready units were sent to Kiev to capture at least its environs and declare some kind of victory and capture of Kiev and Kharkiv. But in Kharkiv, the enemy was surrounded, defeated and continues to destroy. The same thing is happening in Kiev. This tactical retreat shows that this plan also failed. We are now receiving military aid from other countries. A foreign legion of volunteers has already been formed, of which there are so many that it may be necessary to form a second legion. Volunteers are currently signing up to defend Ukraine. That is, our resistance is becoming full-scale. The Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Lieutenant General Moisyuk, appealed to the soldiers of the Russian army to surrender and cross over to our side, thus saving his life and not carrying out criminal orders. I think we will soon hear the same appeal to the soldiers of the Belarusian army, who, according to some sources, may also be called to action. But to make you understand the tactical situation, all the armed forces of Belarus are 45,000 people. And only 17,000 servicemen are more or less able to perform any tasks. This is very little. But I think that the Belarusian army will not carry out the criminal orders of its own command, let alone the Russian command. They will either take a neutral position or their activity in battle will be minimal. I would like to take this opportunity to address the Russian and Belarusian soldiers and officers. Dear soldiers of the armed forces of the Russian Federation and Belarus, do not carry out criminal orders. As the campaign progresses, which you can watch, it is clear that in a few days you will die during the offensive. Your command treats you like meat. It is impossible to explain the movement of lightly armored vehicles, which are destroyed in an hour, in large populated cities with very strong defenses, such as Kiev and Kharkiv. The whole internet is filled with information about the deaths of your comrades. I think you understand perfectly well, even if each of you personally survives, which is unlikely, this last battle in the Kharkiv and Kiev region will lead to nothing but death. Many of you are already communicating with civilians, trying to negotiate and surrendering, but I want to emphasize one important point that we do not consider this captivity. We do not consider it shameful that you surrendered and sided with us. It seems to me that this preserves your military honor. Moreover, you are making a very serious choice by refusing to wage an aggressive war that does not adorn either the Russian Federation, an outstanding state, with an outstanding people and outstanding culture, or Belarus. People. Therefore, I ask you to lay down your arms or refuse to carry out criminal orders. We have already informed the management of the partner countries about our proposal to you. And those of you who will join us will be given appropriate guarantees. At least we are negotiating this in advance. I repeat once again that this act will be courageous. This is not a shameful surrender. This is a courageous choice of a man who, at a crucial historical moment for the whole world, found the strength to make a personal choice, rather than being a puppet in the service of a virtually insane dictator, who, in my opinion, no longer controls himself. You cannot go to our side and do not surrender, just block the execution of criminal orders. Like any military man, you know very well that there are many ways to disobey orders. For example, because you got lost, your vehicle broke down, your radio didn't work, and so on. We believe in you and count on your courage, honor, and prudence to enable you to make important personal choices in this stressful, so to speak, biblical time. Thank you for your attention. We believe in you.